So just before we start the video, just a quick disclaimer. I know I've barely been putting out any content for the last month or so, but I will get around to reviewing all the ABBA albums. I've just been really busy with university and I've been a little bit lazy with videos, so don't worry about that. I will get these videos out at some point, hopefully before the end of 2021. So that's just a quick disclaimer. Hello there, it's me Suited in Black, and today we're going to go over ABBA Voyage and just see how it compares to the other ABBA albums and see, did this album succeed or did this album kind of disappoint? And we'll see how it compares to the other ABBA albums, but I'm not going to do a complete sort of comparison of each single album with this one. So we'll just review this album individually, like I always do. And before watching this video, go back to watch my original reaction to both I Still Have Faith in You and Don't Shut Me Down to see what I thought of those songs before this video. But now let's see what I think of those songs and the new ones now. So let's get straight into the review. And again, I have to keep saying, one, I can't let you listen to the music in this video because I'll just get copyrighted, and I don't want that, and you won't be able to watch the video. And two, I can only give my opinion as an ABBA fan. I'm not a professional music critic. I am not a professional musician, so I can't talk about stuff like rhythm and melody and the in-depth stuff that, you know, a musician would know really well. But again, I'm just a fan. Alright, so we'll begin with the song I Still Have Faith in You. Do I still like this song? Honestly, it's actually grown on me a little bit more now. I like the melody. I love how it begins with those kind of the strings, just the da-da-da, and then it kind of does have sort of power ballad kind of vibes from that, and the way it kind of builds up to the "we still have it in us," and yeah, so it's actually grown on me a bit more. I Still Have Faith in You. Of course, the song Don't Shut Me Down is still one of my favorites because I just think that song is really fun. And then we get to the song When You Danced With Me, and I feel the song's a little bit It's not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I think one of the reasons why I find this song in particular just a bit not really all that exciting is because I don't feel that it's all that distinct compared to some of the other songs on this album. I feel it's just kind of a bit more just this kind of downbeat, kind of, I don't want to say generic, but just a little bit not really all that interesting, to be honest. And then we get to the song Little Things, which I think is actually really cute. There's something quite Christmassy about it, like, given they say Christmas in the lyrics, so it is probably like a Christmas songs. But I actually really like, I'm such a big fan of when the music's like completely stripped down and like just the piano plays and also vocals go along with it, because I think that is so just, it's like folk music. It's why I love folk music. It's just to the soul of like I guess human stuff. That sounds really pretentious, but it just really feels, you know, like it's just raw. The way, you know, just stripped down stuff is just so comforting to hear. And I think the sort of children kind of segment at the end is also kind of interesting, because I feel like the only ABBA song they did that was I Have a Dream, and I still think I Have a Dream's a little bit better than Little Things, but Little Things is kind of cute. I like it. And then we get to Don't Shut Me Down. Like, I think this is my favorite song of the album. Like, when I first heard it, I knew this is a good song. I like it. It's catchy, it's fun, it really evokes classic ABBA, and it just makes me happy. I really like this song. And then the next song, we actually got a taste of it, like, I think a week ago, but this is the song Just a Notion, which I think is also really catchy to listen to, and I like the vocals a lot. Like, if there's one thing this album does right, is just, you know, Anita and Frida are so good at singing, and they just blend well magically that they can just, everything just works. And can I also say, this is one of those unreleased ABBA songs from like the 70s. Like, there was only like a demo of it, but now it's a full song. I think that is so cool that they went back in their catalog and they thought, let's turn this to an actual song and make it a bit more modern. And I think that's pretty cool. I like this. And I kind of forgot to say this, but this album or this music is just so refreshing to hear after a lot of very sort of synth heavy or very just kind of really electronic music. There's something just more lush to this album, which I really appreciate. And then we get to the song I Can Be That Woman. I think this is quite nice. I kind of heard it as a bit of a ballad because of the kind of the vocals. These it has a bit of a sounds a bit sad to see. I'm not really that professional at critiquing music, but it's quite neat. It's a neat song. I do kind of like it. It's not my favorite ABBA song. I think that's the main thing about this review, is that I will be saying it's not my favorite ABBA album, which sounds a bit, oh well. But it doesn't mean it's bad. I still like this album. But, you know, my favorite album by ABBA is still Voulez-vous, so... Then we have the song Keep an Eye on Dan, which the title sounds a bit unusual. And then I think it's about a kid, I think, or about a mum and a kid. And there's something, I like this song, like the keyboard riff, like in the chorus, the da 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 da. Actually, there's something kind of fun about that. And I really did not expect this song to do what it did. It kind of builds up to the chorus, which I thought was also pretty cool. And so, yeah, I like this song. It's pretty nice. And then next is the song Bumblebee, which again is, I think, is another one of those unreleased ABBA demos, which originally was called Free as a Bumblebee, if I remember correctly. And again, it's so cool that they've brought back all these old things and made them into a more modern song that still retains classic ABBA. But do I like the song? I think it's just kind of alright. It has good vocals and an interesting tone, but overall, it's alright. It's not quite my favorite. The next song, called No Doubt About It, I kind of don't really have much of an opinion on. I just think it, again, retains classic ABBA, but that's kind of all I can say about it. And then finally is the song Ode to Freedom. And I think it has a really interesting kind of, it's one of the more interesting songs of the album because it has this kind of chant vibe. It has these, I don't want to say organs, but these kind of very slow kind of keyboards. And I think it's a song that might actually really grow on me, but right now, at this moment of time, I'm just feeling a bit, I have to give it a bit more time because I don't want to, you know, judge things immediately. So I'll give this a bit of time, but I think it's an interesting song. So, my overall thoughts of the album. So I think it's great, it's really great that we have ABBA back. They actually came back and created more music for us. Even if this is their final album. So from listening to this album, it has such a lush tone and refreshing sound compared to a lot of modern pop music. Even, I'm not trying to say modern pop music is bad. It's different. It has a different theme and motif and sort of idea to it. But because, you know, music always changes, like art is always changing. But I think maybe my main issue with this album is that it's retaining classic ABBA. I feel like it's just doing a little, just not quite enough to be completely distinct, because there are some good songs in this album. I think I Still Have Faith in You is the one that actually really, you know, changes over time. I think it went from interesting to kind of nice. I like I Still Have Faith in You, but I feel like that's maybe my only criticism of this album. That unfortunately does knock it back a little bit in terms of rating. But I think overall, I like this album. It's not my favorite ABBA album, unfortunately. It's my favorite ABBA album is still Voulez-vous, but I think this is an interesting final kind of thing for ABBA. And so my final rating of ABBA Voyage is a suited good. So I think this album's quite nice. I do want to listen to it more, but I am kind of aware that this album actually did receive a little bit of a mixed reception. Like if you check online, the first thing you see is like something that says no thank you for the music, or it's has a mixed response from critics. But again, this is just my opinion as a fan of ABBA. I'm not a professional, if that wasn't clear. Was this album a disappointment? No. They did enough to satisfy me. So it's not a disappointment. I have maybe a few criticisms of the music, but overall, it did enough for me. Therefore, I like it. So thank you very much for watching my review of ABBA Voyage. So I will review the other ABBA albums. Like I said at the beginning, I've just been really busy. I've been busy at uni, I'm reading a lot, and I'm also being a bit lazy. And yeah, so that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. So comment down below what you thought of ABBA Voyage. Do you agree with the music critics? Like, is it kind of mixed for you? Or what's your take on ABBA Voyage? Did you like it? Did it grow on you? Or were you a bit disappointed? Let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos on music. And also, if you're interested, if you have an idea of what I should review besides books, then comment down below of what else I could maybe review. More music, more movies, more video games. And also, down below is the link to my Discord server. It's a little bit small, but it's growing. It's because I began it like a couple months ago, and I don't really have a big audience, so hopefully over time, it'll grow. So it'll be really nice if you at least pay a visit. And so, until we meet again, I'll be waiting.